Hello all. Can everyone hear me? Will you put up thumbs up if you can hear me? Thanks a million, guys. I'd like to welcome you to Costa del Ballygarvan for our annual awards night, our Union Council Awards night. It's great to see all some familiar faces. I'm sick of looking at my families after the last few weeks being stuck inside. So it's great to see all your faces. Niamh's nodding there as well, so I can see you agree. So guys, first of all, I'd like to thank you for taking time to join us on this sunny, lovely Thursday night at the end of April. It was a great occasion last year, and I hope that this will be great in its own way. I'd also like to just thank the members of staff of the Institute who made themselves available for tonight, and always been great supporters of student-led activity, so it is most appreciated. So thanks very much, guys. All right. Just before we start, guys, I'd just like to go through some ground rules. You might just make yourselves aware of the nearest fire exits before you start, and we'll get ready to go. Thanks a million. If I start breaking up at any point, you can start waving at me or whatever, and we'll fix the link again. Thanks, guys. Just before we start, guys, I'd like to just give a special mention to a few people, I suppose, who've been great contributors to student life throughout the year. I'd like to mention our Academic Council rep, Zach Nutterwood. Zach is a tremendous help to me personally and to the Students' Union over the last year, 2 years. I've had working with him, and we'd like to thank him for, I suppose, his giving his time, especially in Academic Council stuff. It's much appreciated. And I'd like to wish him the very best luck in his new role when he starts June 1st, Vice President of Education, and I know he'll do a fantastic job. I'd also like to have a special mention to a good friend of mine, Conrad Im, for his, I suppose, his just work ethic is just amazing, and I suppose his constant, helping out with different campaigns throughout the year, Sexual Health Week and other weeks. So I'd like to just mention those two people before I start, and I'd also like to mention Felix Milner. Felix is a part-time officer. We don't always, I suppose, mention part-time officers at the start of awards night, but I think Felix is the role he did this year and how well he did it was brilliant, and I just like to mention him here. I think it deserves to be mentioned. So well done to those three people, and thank you. You made my life in the Union much easier in the last 2 years. Thanks so much. I'd also like to mention the selection panel. I'd like to mention Fiona Kelly, Adele Kelly, my colleagues in arms in the Student Union, my two brilliant vice presidents, Aisling O'Mahony and Cian O'Driscoll, Mick O'Mahony, Keith Brown, and aside, I'd like to give a special mention to these three people in particular, the work they've did to bring it online over the last week. Keith Brown, Aoife Kelleher and Vicky O'Sullivan, it really is appreciated, and we wouldn't be here. I can barely put on a kettle, so I wouldn't be able to do all this high-tech stuff. So guys, thanks a million for that. It really is appreciated. Just before I start, guys, I'm just going to tell you, I suppose, how the awards are going to go. So the awards will be called out, and recipients will have the opportunity to say a few words if they wish, and Keith or Aoife will unmute you. Okay? So thanks a million, guys, for joining us. It really is appreciated, and hopefully we'll have an enjoyable hour. And just then, I suppose, start proceedings, I'd like to hand you over to I suppose I've been very lucky when I started 2 years ago, the president that I've encountered in my time in CIT, Dr. Barry O'Connor. He's, I suppose, a fantastic person, first of all, forgetting about how good he is professionally, a brilliant person and a brilliant, I suppose, advocate for students and student-led activities, and I suppose constant support to us in the Student Union. Even though we do clash on occasion on boards and stuff, it really is for the betterment of the college. So I'd like to just thank him for joining us. And I think Vicky now is just I'll invite Vicky to play a pre-recorded speech that Barry did earlier. Thanks a million, guys.
Good evening, folks, or good afternoon. Fáiltear go seach go dtí an ó chaid úntaach seo ina gcóid buchas duna míad go míle maithliv libsear fad ó Aontas Líana sa Institute of Technology at Chorcaí. This is a most unusual Union Council Awards, but as is always the case with Vicky, the show must go on, whether we're in isolation or in installation or wherever we are. So welcome to this great award ceremony, and I look forward personally to shaking hands with each and every one of you, particularly our great award winners, over the coming months, or hopefully when we get to graduation in October, for those of you who are leaving us. Just to emphasise again, the work you folk have done on behalf of the Institute is something which is just really outstanding. It's something we depend upon as an institute. We are a CIT community. The community is made up of a partnership, a strong partnership between the Institute staff and the Institute students, and indeed our Institute graduates when they exit into the real world. And the key role that you have all played, particularly as class reps, is one without which the Institute would not function. So thank you. Thank you very much for the great work you've done. It isn't easy work. The work you do as a class rep is very often it can be about dealing with complaints, dealing with issues that arise from time to time. And there are a whole range of issues that can arise. So, you know, when you sign on as a class rep, as you will know yourselves, it's a tough ask sometimes. But it's an ask as an institute, which we appreciate. And I know for certain your fellow students and staff around the institute appreciate the great work you do. At this time, again, it is really important to slán leat to Aaron. Many thanks, Aaron, for the outstanding president you have been over the last 2 years. You have challenged the Institute on more than one occasion, and you have made your arguments, you've made good arguments, and you've got results. And, you know, it's something that is really important from the point of view of the Institute, that the students' voice is heard. And as you would all know, Aaron was not backwards in coming forward in making cases and making issues and making suggestions as well. Aaron, Aisling, and Cian, all three of you, again, have made enormous contributions to the CIT over the last 12 months and 2 years. Particularly in more recent times with this god-awful the COVID-19, the student reps and student officers, student sabbatical officers have stood up to the plate and have been extremely constructive and extremely positive in their dialogue with us as an institute and with yourselves as students. And can I say, in terms of just as class reps, but as students in particular, the way the student population has actually engaged with remote learning and the change in the in assessment situation and the assessment regime is inspires confidence. And when we speak of confidence, we are for sure, and Aaron and Aisling in particular, in terms of the ASC executive and their contribution at GB, are ensuring that the class of 2020 will be of the same standard, will be respected worldwide and globally recognised for the high quality CIT graduates that we are constantly producing. And if I can give an example of one outstanding CIT graduate and former CIT Students' Union President, it's the one Tig Daly. And I don't know if you've seen Tig is now CEO of Nursing Homes Ireland, a good West Cork man, a good CIT graduate. And you hear him on the radio there now on a regular basis at the moment, dealing with the COVID-19 and the shortfalls in the care of our care homes and nursing homes. Again, a man who learned his trade here in CIT as a rep, class rep like yourselves, and eventually as a sabbatical officer. So if you want one example as to where the future is and where you can go with the skills you're developing and have developed in CIT, look no further than Tig Daly. Again, at this time of the year, I always emphasise the fact that from the point of view of representation, it is really important that we have continuity in terms of class reps. We always need new blood coming in. We'll get that in first years anyway. But we do need continuity. So if you can stick around next year in terms of continuing to be a class rep or get involved as an officer or support union council activities, it would be greatly appreciated. To that end, again, we welcome back on board Aisling as the incoming president, Cian staying on as VP, and again, we welcome back Zach. I welcome Zach in as a VP, and again, Zach has been an outstanding contributor over the last number of years. So, but as a union member, as a union council member, as a class rep, if you have the energy and if you can maintain the interest for just one more year, it would be great, because we are going to enter into another, I'm guessing, another semester of reasonable disruption. Again, I'm thinking in semester one, nobody knows. But again, your experience, your way of talking with students and bringing the student voice together, and I speak to all class reps now, would be invaluable again for the Institute. So look, I'll let you get back onto the award ceremony. Many, many thanks to Vicky and her colleagues, Mel and Swan, above the Students' Union Office. You've done a fantastic job yet again this year, and continue to do so. But bottom line here is, folks, class reps, invaluable. And I hope yourselves it has been a good experience. And I look forward, like I said, to meet you all, hopefully, when this present cloud lifts, or if not, shaking hands with you at graduation in October. And maybe we'll get to present the awards at some time fairly soon as well. So, Fanigir Farslán, Ganadig Galliv, Siscota, Akara, Ganadig Galliv, Sasera Tarwine. Farslán, Slightes Bah Hoper Fad. Thank you very, very much. All the best for now.
Okay, guys. First of all, I'd like to just thank Dr. Barry O'Connor for personally the kind words. Much really appreciated. And I suppose the positive words he said about the union and the class reps, it is appreciated. And we really appreciate it. So thanks a million. Just before we go on to the main award ceremony, but the sixth and the presidential awards, I'd just like to make a presentation, I suppose, to our Union Council Chairperson, a virtual presentation of that, to Niamh Cronin. I suppose Niamh started before I started Citation. I'll just tell you a bit of background, but Niamh started with us, I suppose, 2 years ago. She was really, really helpful last year, and then she was even stronger this year. You can see she got more confident, used her role as class rep last year to gain confidence. Again, I suppose experience of dealing with situations, and how she chaired Union Council this year was fantastic. So the chairperson of Union Council is charged with the difficult task of keeping a sometimes passionate group in check to ensure that Union Council meetings run smoothly and can progress in an effective and timely manner. It is our pleasure to make a presentation to Niamh Cronin, Chairperson of the Students' Union Council, in acknowledgement of her service to the Students' Union Council over the past academic year. Niamh has been consistently reliable, and we greatly appreciate the diligent manner in which she has executed this role throughout her time as Chairperson. Niamh has always ensured that everyone has had their say, ensuring that the student voice is always heard. This is crucial to the effective working of the Students' Union as a whole. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank and acknowledge Niamh for her great contribution to the Students' Union in acknowledgement of her involvement in campaigns and also in the MTU process, which she was involved in the mock panels and discussions throughout the year. We look forward to making a presentation to Niamh in person in the near future. But I'd like to just hand it over to Niamh and see if she have any few things to say. But again, that really is heartfelt. I really appreciate how much you helped us this year. Thanks a million.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. That's really sweet. I've really enjoyed my time as chairperson this year, and I'm really looking forward to next year. I just want to thank Aaron, Ashton and Cian for all their help throughout the year, and I'm really looking forward to next year. So thanks so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a million. Well done. Thanks, Niamh. To change the screen. So well done, Niamh, and thanks a million. So I'm now going to hand it over to my colleague, Ashton O'Mahony, Vice President of the Students' Union, to make the first award, to read out the first citation. So thanks a million.
Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, Barry, as well for your kind words. I look forward to continuing the student fight right up until through next year. So I suppose I'll start with the first awardee. Being a class representative requires dedication, drive, but most importantly, compassion for people. And it is evident that this person has it all. This person has really embraced the role and will do anything they can for their class to make college life that best it can be. They have been described by their fellow classmates as being outgoing, confident, amusing, and caring. One commented, "This person is always there to help if we need a hand. They will stand up for us and fight our corner if needed. They helped to get our rooms changed when it didn't work out for us. This person puts our class group first and always listened and acted on any issues that popped up. This person is a man of the people and has a great relationship with not only the class, but the lecturing staff too. This person has the best interests of the class at heart and has done an excellent job. He encouraged us all to donate to rag charities and encouraged us all to help one another out. He is a true leader and leads as an example. He has a positive impact on our class group and anybody who's involved with his actions. We are dead proud to have him to represent us. Your class is proud, your union is proud, and you should be proud of yourself. This class representative is a credit to CIT, and it is my honour to ask Jack Ahern to accept his award." So if Jack would want to come forward and unmute and say a few words if he wishes to.
Just waiting for the virtual clap.
Hi lads, thanks. I'll be honest, didn't expect this at all. And I can't go and accept this one without mentioning Sarah Hart and Anya O'Leary also, who were nearly even better and more helping than me. So thanks very much.
Well done, Jack. Thanks for that. So I'm going to move on to the second awardee. So as I was saying, to represent the voice of your class is an absolute privilege, but some students go above and beyond what's expected of them. This person has been described by the class as helpful, hardworking, responsible, brave, supportive, and willing. This person has excelled in representing their classmates both inside the classroom and the boardrooms with staff. It was evident from the overwhelming amount of nominations that we received that this person puts their heart and soul into looking out for the best interests of the class. The responses we received highlighted the respect the class has for him as a representative and as a person. One student commented that this person really helps keep the morale high even through the tough exam season. They have not only thrived on improving the student experience for their own class, but in fact, the entire department. This class rep took it upon themselves to start up their own course society. The intention of this society was to assist students not in their own year, but to help the years below with tough course materials. This thoughtful gesture does not go unnoticed. This rep has a caring heart combined with a proactive drive to push his class forward academically. And this team player deserves to be recognised. It is with great pleasure that the Students' Union awards Kyle Byrne with an Award of Excellence.
Kyle, I hope that journey is essential, boy. I'll be telling Leo Vradger. Thank you, Aisling, for that. Guys, just well done to the two of you. Well done, Jack. Well done, Kyle. Fair play. It's a great, I suppose, great honour to be nominated by your peers. So fair play to you all. I'm now going to start with the third award. Getting selected by your peers to be their class representative is such a great experience and great compliment to an individual. This person has really embraced their role by doing anything they can. This student has been a great advocate and voice for students within their class. This individual has been at every single union council meeting to date, and the input has always been constructive and beneficial to all. The student is kind-hearted, showing this by helping to raise money during our Raise and Give week. The student in question, while juggling many other commitments, represents their class with passion, energy, and sense of inclusion, and a big plus, he always has a smile on his face, and that's always a good thing. They liaise with the Students' Union for and behalf of their class members. It gave me great pleasure to announce Oisin Gahan as this award winner, and Oisin, it's been great to get to know you over the last year. Well done.
Thanks very much. Jeez, I didn't expect that at all now, but thanks very much. I don't really know what to say. I'm a bit speechless, to be honest.
Well done, brilliant, well deserved, well deserved. We'll have to
Thanks very much.
whoever's looking after production, I'd say. Vicky, you're gone, girl. I tell you, you're gone. Thanks, Oisin. Well done.
Thanks very much.
Okay, guys, I'm going to move on to the next award. Well done, Oisin. As I said, really good, really seeing good things off you this year, and you've been a great advocate for students, so thank you for that. The next award, I suppose, this representative is without doubt one of the strongest class reps I've had the pleasure of working with throughout the past 2 years. This person is a kind-hearted individual who is always helping others in both CIT and the greater community. This person has shown incredible bravery in their role as class rep by putting themselves in harm's way for the sake of their classmates. We are very much aware of the praise this person's fellow classmates has for them, both as a person and as a class rep. This student has received a large amount of nominations that testify to how much the student has improved the student experience of their class. The student has also been a tremendous asset to us all in the Students' Union through their help in organising activities for our various campaigns. Their tireless and selfless hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed within the CIT community. I have had the pleasure of getting to know this one in a million guy personally over the last 2 years, and we, the stakeholders of CIT, are privileged to have this guy within our community. This individual has experienced hardship and setbacks in their life, but has always used them as motivation to keep going and bettering society. This class representative is a credit to Cork Institute of Technology, his class, and the Students' Union. The individual has done tireless work in the community, setting up his own charity, Cork Stand Together, and Colm, as on a personal level, I'm very proud of you to where you stood up this year and be counted, so fair play. It is my pleasure to announce Colm Healy as the winner of this award. Well done, Colm.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you.
Do you want to talk, Colm?
Right. Thanks, everybody.
Well done, Colm. Good man.
Thank you. I don't know, can you hear me? But thanks, and thanks, Aaron, for everything you do for us as well. So, thank you.
Well done, Colm. Thank you very much. I think we wait for the clap. Thanks for that. Well done, Colm. I meant every word of it. For the next award, I'd just like to hand you over to Vice President of Welfare, my colleague in the Student Union, Keno Disco-Tweed. Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron. And obviously, first off, congratulations to the previous 4 winners. Well done, well deserved, great work all year, and helped me as well through my campaigns all year. So thanks for that. So I'd just like to get on with the fifth awardee winner. So at the start of the year, when recruiting class reps, we highlighted how much of a great experience it is being a class rep. And the next awardee definitely took a lot of experience from it. This class rep was at every meeting giving us feedback from their class, but also reporting the minutes back to them. Also working effectively and appropriately on behalf of their class, whether it be academically between communications between lecturers and students, organising class social events such as nights out, or even lunch in the canteen. This class rep also does the small things such as checking in on classmates and is very enthusiastic in the classroom, which creates a good and positive environment. As it is clearly seen from what I have said, this class rep would not only be recognised by their classmates, but also the staff of the Institute, as they have helped of any time of asking. This class rep was not just a class rep, but a college rep, helping out the general CIT community and CIT itself, such as sitting on the MTU mock panel. So without further ado, I would like to congratulate Isabel Kavanagh, International Business Year 2, on her great work throughout the year. Well done, Isabel. Would you like to say a few words?
I was not expecting this. My mum's watching it with me. She's delighted. Thanks a million for everything. Wow. Thanks.
No,
That's gas.
Well done, Isabel. Well done, fair play. I'd like to now just hand it over again, I suppose, to Cian to set up the next award. Thank you.
Perfect. The next award recognises an incredible contribution made by this individual to their class over the past number of years. This person has been exemplary class rep in representing the views of their class. This class rep is very approachable, genuine, and quoted to have a heart of gold, and is not afraid to fight for their class when issues may arise, especially when the rest of the class may be too shy or too quiet to, we'd say, stir up an issue. You can always count on this person, and this person puts their classmates first, always replies to the messages and helps as soon as possible. This person has even set up a study group to help their classmates this year. This class rep encourages classmates to attend the class, obviously, class events, and also events organised by the Students' Union and the college. Like the other award winners, this class rep has excelled outside their duties as a class rep, helping CIT itself, both staff and students. It is an honour to recognise the countless hours of voluntary work this person is given, and we now announce the next awardee is Shannon White, class rep of Marketing Year 4. Congratulations, Shannon, and if you'd like to say a few words, pop in now.
Thank you so much. This wasn't expected. Thank you. I don't know if my audio was on there. That was very unexpected. Thank you very much, and thank you for everything you do as well. We really do appreciate it as the students, especially being a final year. It's kind of tough at the moment, but you do have our back when we have years. So thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you. Congratulations again.
Well done, Shannon, and well done to Isabel as well. Isabel never changed, girl. You're being yourself anyway. That's the main thing. Well, just before I move on to the next, I suppose, bit of the award ceremony, can I just stop for a second and just, I suppose, evaluate where we are? We've 12 or 13,000 students. I know some people might be disappointed they haven't won, but look, you've made the final 40 of 13,000 students. So that is a really, really, really good achievement. So fair play. Can we just get a virtual bula pass for everyone? Well done. So fair. And honestly, our jobs, we wouldn't be able to do them if we didn't have you, because there's only 3 of us and three part-time officers. So we really do rely on you so much, and I really have appreciated everyone's, I suppose, help throughout the last 2 years, myself, and I know Cian Ashling would echo that as well. Just before I go on to the Presidential Award, I just want to give a bit of background on what the Presidential Award is. So, this is the highest award the college can give. We give out one every year. It's given to a class rep who has gone above and beyond for the Students' Union and their contribution to the wider community. This is the pinnacle of awards, really, you can get. It's the highest award. It comes from Dr. Barry O'Connor's office. And this is an amazing, amazing, amazing achievement. And I know the person who gets it this year is just going to be in disbelief, and they won't be expecting it. So I'm looking forward to seeing their reaction. So I'd like to now pass it over to our incredible student-centric president, not student president, student-centric president, Dr. Barry O'Connor. Thank you.
This is the 6th year in which a presentation of the Presidential Citation to a class rep will be made in recognition of exceptional and outstanding service to the Students' Union and the wider community as a whole. The voluntary work they do with charitable causes, the support they give to enhance students' well-being, and contributions to the external community are taken into consideration in identifying a deserving recipient of this citation. Please allow me to read this citation prior to announcing who has been awarded this honour. Drum roll. The Presidential Citation is awarded to a student for exceptional and outstanding service to the Students' Union at Cork Institute of Technology. Through their participation in a number of projects and fundraising events, this person has demonstrated a civic responsibility and has actively contributed to the enhancement and quality of the student experience. I am delighted to announce that this year I will present the citation to Colm Healy. Well done, Colm. Congratulations. And again, thank you. All the best. Bye now.
Colm, well deserved by. Would you mind turning your camera off?
Yeah, as you said, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Jeez. I just turned off my camera and all. As you said, I'm blown away. To receive this honour from the president of the college is unbelievable, really, because I suppose I've been a thorn in his side as well, as everybody knows, but hopefully for the right reasons. And I always want to do things for the right reasons. And like the support yourself, Vicky, Aisling and Keane and Students' Union and the previous members of the Student Union have given. And when me and Marie came to you first about starting up Coxstand together, like this is Marie's ward as much as mine, as far as I'm concerned, and Kate Cooley's, to be honest, because we started Coxstand together. I suppose it came from my experiences of being homeless and, as you said earlier, going through hardship. And like this is, to be honest, blown away, but I'm emotional as well, because to be where I've been and to experience what I've experienced and then to be where I am now and to be receiving an award like this is just incredible. So just thanks everyone, and sorry for not making sense there, but thank you.
Colm, you're making me emotional now, right? And I'm supposed to be this big tough guy, so I'll stop it right before I start crying on camera. Well done, Colm. I meant every word there. Your contribution has gone over and beyond, I suppose, what a class rep is defined as. So it's just amazing. Well done. And as you said, Marie and others, they've done amazing work as well. Fantastic. So just well done to you and everyone who's helped you get to the stage where you are now. Honestly, we're all very proud of you in CIT. So well done on that. I'd like to just, I suppose, do a few thank yous before we finish up, guys, right? And before I let you all talk away amongst yourselves. Just, I suppose, to thank, I suppose, Aoife Kelleher, the Society's officer, a brilliant supporter of student-led activities, and over the last week, really, she's helped Vicky and Keaton and all of us massively getting this up and ready. I'd like to thank my colleagues in the Student Union, Fiona, Mela, Aisling, Cian. You know how much I'm mad at all of you, respect I have for all of you, and the work you put in this year is great. And Keith and Nick, the lads in the office, so I've thoroughly enjoyed working with over the last 2 years. Everyone in the Students' Union. I'd like to thank just 2 or 3 members of senior management, if you'd allow me. I'd like to thank Dr. Dan Collins. I know Dan doesn't want spotlight. Yeah, right. But Dan has been a tremendous support to me personally over the last 2 years, a brilliant advocate for students. You can pick up the phone and ring him. I was on the phone to him last night at 11:30 discussing CIT, and I really appreciate the support he's given me on a personal level. I would love to be, I'm disappointed I can't do this in person to all of you, but this is the next best thing. So to Dan, I would like to thank you first of all for all your hard work and everything you do for the student CIT. It is most appreciated. So that I'll give Dan a boss before we go on anywhere else. And Dan, would you like to say a few words? Unmute yourself, Dan.
Can you hear me, Aaron?
I can hear you, mate. I know.
Karen, as you know, Aaron, I don't like the limelight. No, congratulations really to everybody who won this evening. I suppose I had a heads up and delighted for you, Colm. I suppose I was following things particularly this week, and I think a most deserving recipient of the presidential award. But all of you, every one of you as class representatives. Look, Aaron, I could keep thanking everybody, but I sincerely thank all officers again of the Students' Union. And as I say, particularly yourself, Aaron, as I said earlier, I think you've become a best friend in the last 2 years. And we've clashed at times. There are times that we have disagreed, but I have found you to be a total advocate for the student, Aaron. I have such huge respect for you as an individual, and of course also as president of the union. So sincere best wishes, Aaron. Whatever you're going to do, and you will make that first million. You might just remember us there when you do that. So congratulations to everybody, but particularly Aaron. Just we don't have the occasion to say it personally, but we will get an occasion before we break up sometime to say sincerest thank you, Aaron, for being, I would say, safely say, my 26 years in CIT, one of the presidents I think I remember for the next 26. So well done to you and to your team, to all the students here, and I wish you all well in the next number of weeks. Thank you.
Thanks a million. Guys, if you will just oblige me for 2 or 3 minutes, I just have a few more thank yous. I'm not going to get a chance to do this again, unfortunately. But I would also like to thank Dr. Niamh, Registrar of CIT. I don't know if she's here or not. Has been, me and Anya have clashed from day one, but it's all been for the betterment of CIT. And I have great respect for her on a personal level and a professional level. I'm not sure if she's here, but you can pass on my thanks to her. I'm sure we're going to clash again. I've got a few emails coming in there that I've got to reply to about a few situations, so we'll probably clash again over the next 6 weeks, but it's all for the betterment of CIT. I'd like to thank our incredible president of the Institute. I am so lucky to work with you, to get to learn from you everything over the last 2 years. It has been a real learning curve for me. We're lucky to have a student-centric Nari at the helm in CIT. You wouldn't have a Nari up in DCU being president, I tell you that by. So we really appreciate, I suppose, the support you give to students, to myself. I enjoy the fights, I enjoy the arguments, I enjoy all that. It's all for the betterment of CIT and I suppose improving student experience. So I'd like to thank you. As she's here, Margaret Linhan, I'd like to thank you as well. I know you're here, you're after jumping into the party, you're after gate crashing. Only joking, you're always welcome. But Margaret, I would like to just thank you, as I have the opportunity in an audience, for the support you give students on a daily basis. I was on the phone to you last night at fucking 12 o'clock, excuse my language. But thank you so much for your support, everything. Amazing, brilliant. Go back just to my own office, I didn't give enough mention. Keith and Michael, everyone in the office, amazing. And the last thank you I'll do, all the students, everything amazing. The last thank you I'll do is to Vicky O'Sullivan. I tell you what, I'm getting emotional here, sorry. Vicky's been like a mother to me, I suppose, over the last 2 years. She's been amazing. I never quit. For all the work and help she's given me day one, it is so appreciated. I mean it. I'm sorry, I'm actually in tears here. There's no graduate program, I suppose, will teach me what Vicky O'Sullivan has teach me, so thank you so much for that. Thanks, guys. On that note, guys, I'll leave you to talk between yourselves and I'll join you in 2 or 3 minutes. Thanks a million, guys.
Pop in there before Aaron leaves. We can still hear me in the background. Don't mute yourself yet, Aaron. Why? Basically, just on behalf of everyone here, obviously, I'd like to thank Aaron for obviously #1 contributing today being the host of this whole event, and not making his head big, because I know he's a bit emotional at the moment, like, and we all know how big his head is anyway at the moment. So just thanks though, because if it wasn't for Aaron, I wouldn't have ran last year, and I most certainly wouldn't have ran again this year. So obviously, I have a lot to thank Aaron as well. So Aaron, boy, fair play, boy, you've done CIT proud and yourself proud, and obviously you've got good people in this year and next year. So we'll try not to burn the place down while they're on, but Vicky will obviously make sure that as well. Vicky will continue to mother myself, Aisling and Zach, so she will keep us on the straight and narrow. So again, Bucks, nice one for everything, boy. Enjoy life, and as Dan said, your first million, don't forget us.
Right, guys, I'm now going to just end proceedings. Thanks a million. I can't thank everyone enough, class reps, everyone I've worked with. I'll thank you a later date over email in a few weeks when I'm finishing up, but thank you so much. And thank you for showing up tonight and everything. It's much appreciated. I'm now going to, I suppose, leave it a chat to yourselves. Thanks, guys.
Well done, everybody. Fantastic work. Brilliant.